Thank you for having me here, and it's been a fantastic morning working, meeting many of the CXOs and CIOs here. Great platform. Looking at Oracle in terms of what we do, I would like to answer that in two parts, right? First, in terms of what we do from our AI strategy and a comprehensive AI strategy, where we build AI across our stack, whether it is infrastructure on the data platform, in terms of the AI services that we bring in, as well as in the application layer and the partnerships that we have. If you look at from the application standpoint, we build GenAI into business processes that helps to improve productivity for our customers. Our partnerships with AI partners like NVIDIA, Cohere, Meta, or Suno AI, they bring in their entire AI capabilities, including LLMs or foundation models, on Oracle platform, and customers are able to leverage that in terms of driving production-ready AI use cases enterprise-wide. On the data layer with OCI Data Science, customers have been able to build, manage, deploy, and scale enterprise-ready use cases across their enterprise per se, as well as in terms of the innovation that we do in our data layer. With 23 AI, we bring in vector AI, which is the vector search capabilities, which means within a single database, customers can look at structured and unstructured data and can manage all in one single place itself. We also drive innovation in terms of the work that we do with autonomous and AI/ML capabilities with our database, where we can convert natural language in terms of querying from any database per se, right? So the innovation from our AI strategy goes across the stack. And most importantly, with our industry-leading and high-performing infrastructure as a service in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, we bring in AI and ML capabilities inbuilt into it. 4 of the large LLMs are available today on OCI. Our biggest supercluster with 131,000 odd GPUs also gives an opportunity for many GenAI partners to leverage OCI as the platform. So continuous innovation that's helping customers to leverage our capabilities across the stack, and therefore they are able to drive AI across their enterprise at scale. See, if you look at industries per se, I think cloud technologies is something which is on the top of every CIO or CXO's mind, right? In terms of whether it is in terms of driving agility, scalability, or business-driven outcomes. One is in terms of modernizing their existing infrastructure, which has been legacy, and thereby by modernizing, they're able to drive better efficiency, as well as in terms of faster go-to-market. Second, in terms of leveraging cloud strategies and data platform, they are able to bring in their disparate data systems into one single place, and therefore they are able to bring in AI-powered intelligence to be able to provide real-time information as well as insights, which is helping them in terms of driving better business productivity per se. 3 is in terms of driving operational efficiency, right? Whether it is in terms of business processes or automating some of the tasks that were manual, today by leveraging some of AI-powered automation and tools, they're able to simplify these processes, make it faster, also cost efficient. So I would today say that across the industry, especially in banking financial services, cloud technology is pervasive, and customers are adopting this in a big way, whether it is in terms of better financial performance or operational efficiency or better customer engagement. Especially in banks, they can manage fraud prevention, improve their security posture, reduce their risks. These are some of the use cases which we are today seeing as a part of this industry. Yes, absolutely, right? If you look at, maybe a decade before, especially banks, financial institutions, they were largely on-prem. And today, even as we speak, as cloud as a technology, while it's been in the industry for the last 15 years, most of the workloads, especially in banking and financial institutions, are lying on-prem, largely because they were governed by regulatory requirements, compliance, and data privacy and protections. Plus, also there were applications and workloads which had specific latency requirements, and hence they could not adopt the cloud. But the need of the industry today is, and the market is changing very fast, right? The customer expectations are changing. Fintechs are disrupting the industry. There is a lot of competitive innovation which is going. So this is also forcing banking financial institutions to look at cloud in a more more faster way and adopt it much faster, so that they are able to leverage the advantages of moving into the cloud, so that they can get the right desired outcomes, right? So it could be in terms of helping them reach to their customers faster. Can I process the loans faster? Today I sell only a credit card to a company. What other 5 products can I go ahead and take? So personalization becomes, customer experience becomes a key even in banking segment. Second is in terms of changing regulatory requirements, and how agile can I be in terms of bringing those regulatory requirements also as part of my business environment. Their cloud technology again helps. And 3, as I mentioned before, data-driven outcomes is becoming super critical in terms of for any institution to become successful. So how to leverage the cloud technologies to bring in data and AI and Gen AI on top of it to deliver insights is the way how cloud is changing the banking financial industry. So as I mentioned before, our AI and Gen AI strategy is across the stack, right? And specific from a Gen AI standpoint, when we look at it, today our partnerships with NVIDIA or Cohere or Meta or Suno AI have these LLMs are available today on Oracle Cloud Platform, and customers are able to leverage these LLM capabilities with just simple APIs, integrate that with their data or pre-built AI models so that they can fine-tune them and make it relevant for their business. The second part of it, as I mentioned, was in terms of our infrastructure, which is high performant, cost efficient, has AI ML capabilities built into it, and therefore to bring in some of the latest innovation in terms of how the organizations have to disrupt themselves, the infrastructure becomes a very critical component to be able to boost that AI Gen AI capability, to move forward. 3 is in terms of our application agents and Gen AI capabilities in the application stack, whether it is Fusion or industry applications, and bringing in the AI agents so that they can make things simpler, whether it is in terms of business functions, could be HR, it could be supply chain, it could be finance, or in terms of adding more value to their e-biz, which is their core of their businesses. These agents are proliferating. It is an agentic AI era, as you would say, and these agents are proliferating to see how they can simplify business processes and deliver much better customer experiences for their customers. Thank you for having me here.